Hello and welcome to Sunshine Fitness. My name is Sally and today I'm going to be taking you through a 30-minute class that's going to involve seated exercise and some standing with the chair. Optional are a pair of hand weights for today's session, but always highly recommended is having some water on hand. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get started. Put your weights, if you want to use them, to one side for now. Lovely. So we are going to start with taking a deep breath in and out. Beautiful. In and out. Excellent. Show me your beautiful hands and let's start by just squeezing and releasing those fingers. That's it. Just get that grip working. We're going to take our body through a whole range of exercises today that are going to enable us to just use our joints and our muscles and also our brains. Sometimes the hardest part. Excellent. Take your hands either side, relax your shoulders, and we're just going to squeeze each finger individually to the thumb. That's it. One at a time. Don't worry if you're not keeping up. It's not what it's about. What it is about is having a go and doing something, which is always better than nothing. Lovely. We're then going to take our thumbs across to the little finger and open. Across and open. Lovely. Excellent. We're then going to take our thumbs in a circle one way whilst we breathe and then back the other way. Excellent. And then we're going to lower and lift those hands, just working into the wrists, breathing through, sitting nice and tall, and then sweep your hands in one direction and then back the other way. Excellent stuff. And then just allow your hands to relax by your side as you just reach gently either side. So we just start bringing in a little bit of back mobility and shoulder work. Lovely. And then pop your hands on your hips and then just relax one ear to one shoulder and head up, the ear to the shoulder. Try not to lower the nose to the shoulder like this, but the ear. And up. Excellent stuff. And then just turn to look at your side and then to the other side. That's it. Side and side. Superb. Lower your chin to your chest and gently lift your chin up. Breathing in and out. That's it. Just bringing some flex into the neck and mobility. Beautiful. Excellent stuff. Okay, so we're now going to reach to the side a little bit further. Just start engaging the side of our body into the ribs. Beautiful. That's it. Excellent. And then we're going to reach forwards. So one hand on the leg as you reach the arm forwards, reaching forwards. That's it. So lower back mobility here. Reaching out of the lower back. Excellent. One arm at a time. Weight bearing onto that knee as you need. Beautiful. And then we're going to reach up, out of the hips. Oh, that feels good. Oh, lovely. Sometimes when we're sat down driving or sat at our desks or sat in front of the TV, we sometimes need just to stretch out those sides. Excellent. Okay. Bring the feet underneath the knees. That's it. Take them a little bit further apart. Ideally, having a chair without sides will help, but don't worry if you don't. We can still make sure we give you a good workout. That's it. Rotate. That's it. Taking the elbow back, hips and knees stay facing forwards. And then if you want to, take one arm behind and really just open up the shoulder, the arm, or squeezing into the shoulder actually, the shoulder blade. One more each side. Gorgeous. Excellent. Deep breath in and then nose over the toes. That's it. So we don't drop the head. We keep the neck and head in line with the back. We're just peering over the precipice. of what is to come in this session. Lovely. And up. Superb. Now let's get those feet involved. So sit back in your chair, just nice and tall, but relax through the body. And we're going to start with a heel toe. That's it. So just heel toe that foot. Gorgeous. And then change sides. Heel toe. Breathe it through. Excellent. And then we're going to rotate the toes one way. Again, breathing, and then take it back the other way. Excellent work. Change feet for me. That's it, keeping nice and tall through the back. Take it back the other way. Excellent stuff. Okay, superb. Take one foot out and pull it back. Other foot out, pull it back. This just now enables some lengthening, stretching and mobility through the knee, through the ankle, through the foot. Excellent stuff, as though you're pouring at the ground, ready to race ahead. That's it, last side. Gorgeous, okay. And then this time we're just gonna take the toes out and in. You can bring the ankles together as you do this. That's it. Again, just mobility into the ankle here. And then we're going to keep the toes locked together and open and close through the heels. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. Excellent stuff. Okay, and then we're just going to keep the knees together and let the feet bring the knees open. So I'm not purposely opening the knees, I'm just lifting the instep of both of my feet. Oh, again, that's just a great mobility and stretch through the ankle. Excellent. And then let's start lifting those knees. Superb. That's it. So starting to wake up the legs, the core, that tummy is working hard. Excellent stuff. And then we're just going to do one leg. So just lift and lower. And if today this is where you're at, a few inches off the ground, a couple of inches off the ground, that's fantastic. And then the other side. Oh, you soon start to feel this in the hip flexor. Those amazing connections between the leg and the torso. Last one. You can feel that, can't you? Sit back up again. Sometimes we slide down in our seat. And this time I just want you to lift the toes. As though you're like, oh, admiring your feet on each leg. And what this is doing is helping just to bring some lengthening and stretch and strength through the legs. That's it. Lovely. Okay, heading into hip openers. So again, sitting tall, deep breath in, lovely. Breathing in, lifting that knee up, taking the knee out to the side, bring it back in and lower. Other side. So what we're making sure we're doing here is not just lifting the foot, taking it out, in and down. We're lifting the knee, taking the knee out to the side, opening through that hip, strengthening through the lower abdominals. Oh yes, that's hitting the parts that everyday activity doesn't always. That's it. Lovely. Superb. And then we're going to do 4 on one leg. So up, out, in and down. Please remember, take this at your own pace. Do as many repetitions as your body is happy with today. I think we've got one more. Keep smiling. Excellent. Other side. Open and close. Lower down. Repeat. 3 more. That's it. Excellent. I can feel myself slightly sliding down in the chair. 1 more. And then relax. Lovely. Allow the legs to come out to the front. Reach up, stretch up. Reach up, stretch. Excellent stuff. 1 more each side. Superb. Excellent. Bring your feet back under. So we're going to do a little bit of cardio work here. Okay, so just pause here. Finishing our warm-up, we're going to have some water. Or in my mother's case, it would still be a cup of tea. Just whatever is happening, there's always a cup of tea involved. Okay, so we are going to start getting the heart rate up a little bit, okay? We're going to start with the upper body and then bring our legs in. As ever, do as much or as little as your body is ready for today. Challenge yourself, but don't push yourself to a point of pain. Okay, So we've got a little bit of distance between our backs and the back of the chair, okay? And we're just going to start by lifting each side of the bottom, okay? So we're just lifting and lowering. That's it. So we want that movement in the hips, okay? Lovely. And then we're actually going to lift the whole side up. Now this involves a little bit of balance. So you can counter the balance by just moving the arms side to side. That's it. Lovely. Because again, we can end up very weight heavy into the backside by sitting down a lot, and what we want is muscle in that. So this time, as we lift the bottom up, I want you to lift a heel. So just one side with a heel lifted, and then squeeze the bottom, release. Squeeze the bottom, release, okay? Because we want to activate those glute muscles, okay? They are what help us to sit and stand well, okay? So we're just enabling access to them by lifting the heel. So squeeze, and then we're gonna do 4 on one side. Off we go. 4, 3, squeeze. 2, and your last one is here. Lovely. Take a breath. We're going to switch to the other side. Lift and squeeze for 4, 3, 2, sound effects are optional, and 1, and release. Excellent stuff. Okay, so as we no longer have the bottom sort of glued to the chair, we're going to move forward slightly so we've got even more room between our back and the back of the chair, okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to allow the back just to touch the chair and then sit upright. That's it. So allow the back to round, fingers relaxing on the knees here, reach back with the back and up. Excellent. Superb. Okay, so we've got you in the middle of your chair, sitting nice and tall, and we're going to do some sweeps. So these are lovely big figure of 8 arms, okay? So sweeping the arm side to side. That's it. And then we're going to change arms. So lift the other one up, and don't worry about, am I doing this right? Have I got the right direction? As ever, it's movement, and we're mobilizing the shoulder as we do this. That's it. You're also working into those tummy muscles and staying upright, pressing that hand into the leg. We're going to get both involved now if you want to, otherwise stay with that one arm. Big sweeping movements here. Lovely. So this is kind of mimicking some of these movements here, okay? We're going to place the hands on, and then we're going to do some waves. Up and down, up and down. Lovely. Breathe in and out. One more. And now we're going to change hands. Take it back and then sweep up and down. Gorgeous. As big or as small as you want this movement to be. That's it. And then if you want to join me now, we're going to do both arms up and down. So there's some slight movement here as we hinge through the hips. We're going to do 2 more. Up and down, and 1 more. Excellent stuff. Lovely. Just move those arms side to side, those shoulders. Okay, so just showing you what we're going to do next. I'm going to be tilted forwards, not rounded down, okay, but back is nice and tall, tilted forwards, that nose over the toes, and I'm going to turn my head side to side as I take one arm forwards and backwards. So join with me now. So it's almost as though you're looking behind for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's just do some shoulder shrugs. That soon gets the heart rate up. Well done. We're going to come onto the legs soon. We've got a couple more to do. Okay, legs slightly apart. So, thinking still of our C as our sort of inspiration today, we are waving our arms above, and then I want you to wave them down below. Breathing through, take them up, and we're going to go below. That's it. Try not to let the back drop. Keep those shoulders back, and then one arm up, in a big wave. And then change arms. That's it, so we're reaching out of the body as we do this. Lovely. And then our last exercise, one hand on the leg. I want you to think whirlpool, okay? So we're circling, big sweeps, big swirls with the arm. That's it. And then change arms. So take it across the body and round. Across the body and round. Lovely, one more. Excellent stuff. And sit back and have a little rest. Have some water if you need it. So I apologise, I don't have the pooch with me today. She is at home, but she sends her best. She sends her puppy love. Okay, let's get those legs involved. So, what we're going to be doing, I'm just going to demonstrate, okay, is options here to sit up tall with either the hands on the hips or just tucked behind the ears. And we're going to be lifting, I'll do it on my hips to start, and tapping the inside of the foot, okay? So hands behind the ears or on the hips. When you're ready, join in, that's it. So slow and steady. And again, we're working into that hip area. Chair-based exercises are not an easy option, okay? You are also working into those abdominal muscles as you do this. That's it. You're lifting and turning the knee slightly out as you do this. Well done. We're going to do 4 on this leg now. 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to change sides. You've got it. Try not to let the back crumple. Try and sit up tall for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Relax. And then an active recovery. Just scoot each foot out at a time. That's it. As I said, it's no easy option. Okay, we're going to come and sit up tall. Now I'm going to demonstrate again. Take the legs wide as we're going to lean side to side, and we want to help keep our balance. Now, option here. Okay, we're going to take the hands above the head in a bit of a loop. Or, if you feel more secure, just reach out. Make sure that bottom is planted on the chair. The feet being wide just helps with that. So join me now wherever you are comfortable with your arms. Oh, keep the arms lifted. That's it. So this is really working into the side of your body. And try and come up through the tummy. So you use your side of your body. It's not your tummy really, it's the muscles on the side. Think of your ribs on the side of your body pulling you up as opposed to your arms or shoulders. That's it. Lovely. To the side, one more. And then bring those arms down. Have a pause, have a breath. That's it. Lovely. Now, the legs, optional work with the legs here. We're going to be rotating side to side. And then if you want to, lift a knee. It's quite hard work, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so join me either just with the upper body or lift a knee as you turn over the leg. That's it. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, we better even it out. One more side. And relax. This is hard work. Okay, lovely. Now, I do need you to come forward ever so slightly on your chair. Use your hands to help just grip you to the chair either side, okay? Because what we need is a little bit more room for your legs. So, one leg out front, the other stays tucked back here. Turn your toes out on an angle, okay? And we're gonna lift and lower that leg. My gosh. And breathe. Again, this is not easy. You have got all of your tummy muscles clenching and relaxing here. When I say relaxing, they're not really relaxing, they're just incredibly tense, not so tense. And we're working into the thigh. We're working on those inside thigh muscles and the hip flexors. It's hard going. You are doing a great job. Please keep going. We're doing 3 more. We're doing 2. And then we're going to relax. As I say, this is not the easy option. Well done. Okay, you can collapse the back for a moment before you breathe in. Sitting up tall with a smile. Perfect. Okay, next leg. Turn those toes out on a slight angle, sit up tall, lift and lower. That is it, excellent. We want strong legs. And we need all those muscles in our legs strong, hence why we are working at this slightly unusual angle with our foot turned out. But you are doing a great job. We also want nice strong cores, which is so important when it comes to balance. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent, lift and lower those heels. So, we are going to come to standing, okay? Now, just to get the legs ready to stand, I just want you to lift and press each heel away. That's it. Press the heel away. Superb. We are going to do a number of sit to stands. Draw your heels underneath your knees. And what I want you to do here is just press into your heels, not into your toes, into your heels. Pressing into the toes means that when we come to stand, we could tilt forwards, and we want to stand up nice and tall. So we're pressing the weight into the heels. You can put your hands over your chest, on your chair, or even on your legs, okay? So just now, put your hands to your chair and press up and down. So this is great. This is almost like a press up for the arms. And again, it's just releasing our bottoms from the chair, ready for what we're about to do, okay? So heels are at the ready, arms are at the ready, you're at the ready, okay? Bring the hands forwards if you want to keep them connected to the chair. Keep your eyes lifted, press up. Oh, that feels good. And then just move the feet, okay? And then making sure you can see the back of the chair. Keep your eyes lifted, don't look down, and sit back down. Let's do that again. Press through your heels, squeeze your bottom. Beautiful, and down. That's it. Press through your heels, keep your eyes lifted, don't look down. Excellent. We're doing 3 more. Squeeze your bottom to get yourself up nice and tall, and then slowly relax back down in your own time. Please don't worry about keeping up, or if you're feeling particularly Tigger-esque today from Winnie the Pooh, you can go up and down as many times as you like. This is the last one, and we're going to come to standing and stay. Lovely. Just move those heels up and down, and then when you're ready, please turn and come behind your chair. Okay, excellent stuff. So we're just going to start with our fingers or hands on the back of the chair. Have a breath, have some water if you need to, and we're going to pedal out the heels. Okay, now I know you can't see my feet right now. I am going to turn the chair, but for now, just join me in coming to your tiptoes and down. Tiptoes and down. So this is all about strengthening our feet, our ankles, and our calves. We're bringing some length to the leg, excellent, and strength to the feet. 3, 2, and last one. Hold it up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. I'm going to turn my chair just so you can see my feet as I knock all my paraphernalia over. Okay. So, balance work. Now, what we're going to do is have one leg with the heel connecting to the toe. In fact, I'm just going to move my stuff a bit further. Okay, the reason being is what we're going to do is connect that heel to the toe, have a little bend in that standing leg, and sweep the foot round and sweep it back. Sweep the foot round and sweep it back. So we're strengthening the standing leg and standing ankle. And again, just take this at your own time. I'm going to do a few. Don't feel like you've got to keep up with me. I'm here to just demonstrate follow along. That's it. You're going to feel this in the leg. I'm feeling this in the leg. Okay? Having that chair turned to the side obviously is going to make this a lot easier. And then just stand. Keep that foot in front of the other. I'll turn to an angle so you can see. That's it. Now, if you can, let go of your chair. And we're just going to balance there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Turn to face the front. Other side. I'm just going to move myself away from the chair so that I can sweep round. Heel connects to your toes, nice and tall. Soft bend in that standing knee. And then sweep round and back. Sweep round. So it's only a soft bend in the knee. We're not looking to put any stress on the knee joint here. Okay, so it's a little soft bend just in order that we can sweep the foot round. Breathing. Lovely. That's it. And then hold it here. Heel connecting to the toes, nice and tall. Relax the arm. And if you can, stare straight ahead at something that isn't moving and take your hands off the chair. And we're just going to balance here. Okay. Now I'm aware for some of you that might have been a little bit tough on your knees. So just lift and lower the heels. And then we're just going to do some ankle rotations on one side. And then we're going to change. That's it. Excellent. Okay. Lovely. Superb. I'm going to bring my chair back to center. Please do the same. Okay. And then from here, we are going to do a little bit of movement, walking around the chair on our tiptoes. So I'm going to come to the side of my chair, up on my tiptoes, keeping my hand on the chair. I'm not going to look down at the floor. I'm going to try and keep my eyes in front of me. And like I'm finishing school, as though I'm taking part in finishing school, I'm walking around the chair one way and lower down. This is not easy. Okay, the other direction, up on those toes. Trying not to look down. You can add a book to your head if that just takes it up another level for you. That's it. And we're going to do this one more time, back the other way. Fingertips on the chair, trying not to look down. That's it. Slow and steady. Excellent. And once more back the other way. Superb. Okay. And rest there. That is really, really good. Now, because the front of our legs have had a lot of work, what I want us to do is hold the chair and just kick the heels to the bottom. If this gives you cramp, I do apologize, but we just want to bring some nice bend to the front of the legs. That's it. And then just one side for 4. That's it. For 3, for 2, and we're going to change sides. You do not have to have your hands on the chair, or you can have a couple of fingers on the chair if you want to. That's it. Lovely. And then to finish our standing section, I'm going to move my chair again to the side. You can do the same if you wish, is heels. So we are lifting our toes. We're trying not to do a duck bottom here. Trying to stay tall, lift up the toes. This is great for strengthening through the front of the feet. Up, that's it. Up into the shin. Lengthening the calf. Superb. And then hold it here. If you want to, take your hand off your chair. I'm going to keep hold of it for 5, 4, 3. Try and stand tall. 2, 1, and release. And then lift and lower your heels. Excellent work. Okay, you'll be pleased to know we get to sit back down. Okay, superb. So, take a seat, trying not to look down. Excellent. And relax. We are going to do this last section with a few weights, okay, a few weight exercises before we finish. So, please grab your weights. Okay. We're going to start by resting our weights above the knees, okay? And I just want you to lift and lower through the heels, okay? So the legs don't get this nice and easy, okay? Excellent stuff. Now, if you want to, this is like an active recovery, do just have some water right now. Have a little rest, have a break. Wonderful. So I'm going to demonstrate what we're doing next. We're going to lift and the knees, some knee lifts with weights, of course, because we're tough, we're strong, and we're doing this, okay? You can use water bottles, obviously, or tin cans. We're going to just lift one leg for 4, 3, 2, and one big one. Relax. Other side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, relax those legs. Turn the weights over in your hands. Lock in your elbows to your side, and then just lift and lower your hands. Okay? Trying to keep the wrists straight, trying not to bend them at this point. Breathing in. Lovely. So just strengthening those upper arms. 3, 2, 1. And then pause here. And then, yes, we will do some wrist work. Now, you may want to just do one wrist at a time. You may want to put your weights down to do this, okay? But we want strong joints in terms of our wrist, our lower back, our hips, okay, in particular. Lovely. And if you can, both sets at a time. Lovely. Okay, bring your feet under and then take your arms out to the side, sit up tall, elbows in, and bring the hands and cross over. So this is really working into the back area. That's it. 3, well done. 2, and 1. Excellent. Rest those weights back on the leg. Okay, this time we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. It's not a big move, okay? But we're just taking the foot out in front and doing a slight leg lift. So we're not just lifting the knee, we're lifting the leg. Again, weights are optional with this. Lovely. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to do a little bit more back work. So sit up nice and tall in your chair. Open up your arms, turn your elbows and open. So you're turning your elbows and turning your wrists so you are seeing your palms. That's it. So close and open. Close and really pull back. That's it. You're really squeezing the shoulder blades and opening across the chest. Breathe in, release. Breathe in, release. One more. And bring those weights slowly and safely back to the legs. Okay guys, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay, so last bit on the legs. Okay, so I'm going to sit forward slightly here and I'll show you what we're doing first. We're lifting and opening that knee, okay? I'm putting my foot down and lifting it. I've got 3-pound weights. I feel this. It's working hard. If that's uncomfortable, please put the weights down. Otherwise, join me when you're ready. That's it. Superb. This may not be comfortable for everybody, and that I totally understand, but I just want to keep us moving hips in this area where and how we can. And we're going to do 4 on one side because hip mobility, it is so important. 4. You're leading with the knee, not the foot, for 3. That's it. 2, that knee is going out to the side. Not all the way, just as far as you can take it. Change sides. Ready? 4, 3, 2, last 1, and relax. Well done. Okay, pop your weights down. Excellent stuff. And we are going to finish where we started. Take your legs out to the front, deep breath in and relax. Deep breath in and relax. And again. Beautiful. In and relax. Lovely. Slide your bottom slightly forwards, sit up tall, one ankle back, one set of toes lifts. That's it. And just reach your nose over your toes and back. That's it. Just to get a little stretch on the back of that leg. And up. That's it. Lovely. Superb. Okay. And then just allow, the feet are together, but it's just to bring a little stretch into the inside thigh and hip area. Just allow the knee to open and close, one at a time. That's it. Last time. Superb. One hand on the opposite knee. Cup of tea time, folks. Get that cup of tea, take it across and serve it to the person behind you. It's quite a view. Opposite arm, hand connecting with the knee, cup of tea, take it back. Lovely, let's do that again because that feels great. Serving that tea behind and back, and last time. Lovely, excellent stuff. Take the feet slightly further away and we're just going to now round out the back. So try not to drop the head, but just lower your face towards the floor and then just press up through the arms, just allowing a lovely long stretch through the back. Beautiful. Slowly and steady. Superb. And then rotate that ankle round one way with the toes on the floor and the other. Excellent. Rotate your ankle. Those aren't your ankles, those are your wrists. Rotate your wrists and then back the other way. Excellent. Put one hand on your hip, one hand above, and take a bow. Well done. That was excellent. Absolutely brilliant. Just sit back in your chair. We just want to relax, close our eyes, and I'm going to say a prayer and send you on your way. Deep breath in, eyes closed or open. Heavenly Father, I just thank you so much for every person that was able to join us in this video today. I just pray your blessing upon them. I just pray, Lord, that you'd turn your face to them and shine upon them. May your presence, Lord, bring hope to their hearts, joy to their lives, and clarity to their minds. Bless their health, their families, their relationships, and their homes. Just pray your presence be with them throughout the rest of this day and your love filling every part of their body. In Jesus' name, amen. Right guys, until next time, have a great day. God bless. Mwah.